This is the Grand Central Market in Grand Central Station. It is not much different from the Grand Central Market in downtown LA. It's a collection of different shops that have all kinds of food that you could want. In this case, they've got cheeses, meats, jams, caviar, chocolate, bakery goods, all kinds of stuff. So, pretty cool place to walk through. I'm at Grand Central Station, and the word grand really describes this place so accurately. It is breathtaking, stunning, majestic. It's also very close to my hotel, so this is sort of my jumping off point when I get on the subway. Before I head to my next destination, though, I did want to show you around this amazing place. This is a working terminal. It is a hub for trains and subways, all kinds of transportation, and these original windows are still in use, although most people, I think, will be able to get their tickets at an automated ticket kiosk still. It's beautiful. If you need any information, they've got this information desk manned by real people in the center with a clock that has the current time on it. They have all types of restaurants, coffee places, pizza, bakery, all kinds of things. Burgers over here, and a few of them have sit-down seating, but it seems like most of them are just stand-up tables where you take your food over, eat, and then get on your train. All right, I am going to head over to the subway and get to my next stop. I'm not gonna lie, the subway can be intimidating, but just stop, take a deep breath. It's very well marked. Don't let all of the rushing traffic around you affect you. Just take your time, figure out where you're going, and then it'll all be good. This is where I'm headed, downtown, and then over to Brooklyn. I'm going to Dumbo. Don't stress if you miss a train because another one is coming right behind it. I'm not sure if that was my train or not, so I just let it go by. There'll be another one too. My experience on trains in San Francisco and LA is that it's like a bell curve. The majority of people are in the center and there are fewer people on either end of the train. So I have opted to come to the first car. There are still no seats, but I'm not sardined in, you know. I got off on Wall Street, and this building is the New York Stock Exchange. I love the cobblestone street here. I don't know how old it is, but it really has this old historic feel to it. So I am back here at Pier 11. I am going to take the ferry over to Dumbo. The ferry is only $4, and it's a great way to see the skyline of Manhattan as well as getting across the river to Brooklyn. It was a short ride over from Wall Street to Dumbo, and I was so busy taking photos I almost forgot to get off the boat. But I am here in Dumbo. There is a lot to do and see, but the first thing I'm gonna do is grab some lunch. So let's go. Look at the beautiful color of the tree here. LA has its seasons, but they're really subtle. This kind of announcement, I'm fall, I'm here. It's one of the reasons I wanted to come to New York at this time of year. Like you, if I am going to a place I've never been to before and I'm looking for a place to eat, I go to YouTube and get recommendations, and Time Out Market was a recommendation from a few people I watch based here in New York. So they have a lot of different styles of food in there, and I am starving. So let's head in there. Oh my gosh, so many choices. There were so many choices. I had such a hard time deciding, but I decided I'm in New York, so I'm going to go for a bagel. I got a lox and cream cheese bagel, pretty standard New York fare. So it's come all wrapped up. Let's see how good this tastes. That's a lot of bagel right there. I don't know if I can even get that huge thing in my mouth. Look how good it looks. Oh yeah. That. So good. So this was their signature special. It was Dumbo Walls, scallion cream cheese, capers, red onions, lettuce, and tomato, and the combination together, oh, so delicious. And I got it on a sesame bagel. Yum, yum, yum. It was $16.50, and then I got a soda, which was $1.25. So the whole meal was $17.75. I was trying to do the math in my head. Anyway, math is not my strong point. Anyway, it was delicious. Finished eating downstairs, you want to come up to the rooftop where you're going to get unparalleled views of the Brooklyn Bridge and the Manhattan Bridge. It's just gorgeous up here. These railroad tracks are a remnant of the J Street Railroad line. The J Street was one of the shortest railroads in the world. This area used to have over 200 warehouses, and it was one of the busiest warehouse areas in the country. The ships would bring freight cars that would be unloaded onto these tracks and then delivered to the various warehouses around the area. That was eliminated in 1958. And these rail tracks at the intersection are an homage to the past. Pretty cool. This area right outside of the Timeout Market is Brooklyn Bridge Park. You can see they've got this nice seating area here that you can see the amazing sunset over here and a great view of the Brooklyn Bridge. We are right under the Manhattan Bridge. I don't know if you heard that roar earlier, but that was a train going over the Manhattan Bridge. So this is really a nice place to come and just enjoy the water and enjoy the scenery. This is the historic Carousel. I'll be honest, I don't know that much about it, but in the or on the other side of it, it said Jane's Carousel, built in 1922. The horses, the decorations, they are just gorgeous, really craftsmanship from a bygone era. So, and it's running, still running today. So that is always a good thing. This is the most famous intersection in Brooklyn, where you've got this fantastic brick lane that heads straight down to the Brooklyn Bridge, and centered in the Brooklyn Bridge, if you get the photo framed just right, is the Empire State Building. It's an iconic photo and everybody wants to recreate it, including me. So that's why I'm here. All right, next stop is the Brooklyn Bridge. Funny thing happened on the way to the Brooklyn Bridge. Look what I found, this great artwork. This is a project called Dumbo Walls, and it was started in 2012. These are the original art murals, and you can see they have suffered from time, but they're still beautiful. I wish the artists would come and like touch them up, but for having lasted 11 years in the weather, the harsh winters, the hurricanes, everything that, you know, New York and the harbor has suffered, these are just beautiful. All right, I might have screwed this up. I thought I was at the beginning of the Brooklyn Bridge. The sign said Manhattan Bridge. How could I do this? I mean, with the greatest of ease. Whatever bridge I'm on, that's the one I'm crossing. That's the Brooklyn Bridge. That's where I wanted to be. I did somehow manage to make it to the Manhattan Bridge, which I didn't want to walk over, but I'm not going to turn around and go back now. If it were earlier in the day, I would, but since the sun has already gone down and we've got the night light, I'm going to set up my camera and take some pictures. Hopefully I'll get some good ones. We've got this fence here, but there is a break like right through here, so I think I can squeeze my camera in that area to get some pictures. At least I can check off, walk across the Manhattan Bridge from my bucket list. It actually wasn't on my bucket list, but I'm gonna add it just so I can check it off. This has been a fantastic day. I hope this helps you find your adventure. Thank you for watching.